Greetings, mortals, and welcome to Darkheart again.
So we're doing Darkheart. Okay. That's just my intro, guys. You don't need to worry too much about it. I'm not actually going to devour your souls.
5,
Yet.
4, 3, 2,
Pounce incoming?
1.
No, that's the break ending. When it was counting down.
Oh, I'm such a noob. I'm wrong specs. Can't change spec, right?
You have to leave the dungeon to come to and then come back in to respec. You can't respec in the dungeon itself.
Even out of combat?
Even out of combat, correct?
And if you leave, you can't leave a mythic one.
Can I?
You can walk out and come back in.
What?
We've done it before. You can walk out and come back in.
I'll catch up.
We won't be going too far. We just got this first pack here. Or, well, second pack, I guess. What am I doing? Other than failing at life. No, stop failing at life. You have a silence, use it. The last time I streamed was me dying for 2 hours straight in that Mythic 8. And now I'm gonna follow it up immediately with me acting like a complete idiot and not using my silences.
You found your niche for streaming. How not to do things.
You know, very much to an extent. I do this thing called arc mode where I basically make my life absolutely miserable by doing things in the hardest possible. Okay, I make my life very fun by doing things in the hardest possible manner that you should not be doing them in. So like, I'll refuse to use items in RPGs, and refuse to rest at ends, and refuse to do this, and refuse to do that. And as you start accumulating more and more of them, it starts getting very complicated. Figuring out, oh well, how am I ever going to, say, restore my MP? There doesn't seem to be a mechanic left in the game that allows me to restore MP. So how am I going to do this?
This is how you become that guy who played Fallout without ever killing anyone.
How do you do that?
That would be
What
awesome, actually.
quest do you take?
To play Fallout without killing anyone?
Yeah, you can't take any quest.
I don't remember, but it was a thing. It was like a whole.
The whole point of that game is guns.
Okay,
Yeah.
so pop to the left here, make sure that you don't go right, because you'll pull the ads over there. We're just killing this patrol. And then we can walk right by everything. You know, timing is really important in the plus. Like, if you get to a specific time period where the patrols are actually where they belong. How did we get these guys? Clumping
Carefully.
them. We got them carefully. I think that might be the exact opposite of how we got them. It's fine. We get kill completion for them.
Oh no, the last time I did a Mythic Plus, we ended up finishing all the bosses and then panicking trying to find a mob to kill for the last 4%, so...
It's really bad in Neltharion's lair.
Oh, that would be really awful here too, right? Because you end up jumping down a couple trees to get to the end.
Yeah,
I don't actually know how you would get back in time to find mobs that you could kill.
For this one, it's not as bad just because you have more advanced warning, because there's not multiple jump down periods.
Right.
But it's still...
That also looks like the percentage is moving along pretty quick, so...
Yeah, oh whoops, I forgot I could have just pulled one of these at a time, rather than pulling both of them and making our healer cry. You know, as you do.
He has the emotional fortitude of 10 bears.
TV's pretty calm.
That is a lot of Death. Okay, let's.
You
get
only
these
pulled
things
2 bears, so you really haven't reached his threshold at all.
Good point. Good point. Next time I'll have to pull 10. Though, is that over the course of the entire dungeon, or is that per pack? How many bears per dungeon can he handle?
I don't know. I also don't quite know what the bear to Naga conversion ratio is, because Wrath of Ajara seems to, or Eye of Ajara seems to really reach his limit much quicker. So
Oh yeah, I have a
I think that you might not. I think you could trade like 1 Naga for a significant number of bears.
Probably. Ivashar is really difficult as a healer because you don't really know when people are going to take damage, and because there's a bunch of death that you can avoid but people do not, and in addition you have to be constantly healing people while not
Well, it's also just the
moving.
objective of so many things. I feel like I've been to Eye of Ajara like 3 times as much as any other dungeon, just on targeting like the combination of profession quests, world quests, artifact quests, and just like getting randomed into it.
Yeah, I think a decent portion of it is just the fact that it's one of the. There's only like 4 dungeons that you can get into before level 110, and that's one of them. So any quest that doesn't require max level, like your order hall quests, for instance, are all going to require the dungeons that don't require max level.
I think there are like 6, aren't there?
Oh, Violet Hold requires 105, so that's true. It doesn't require 110. Let's see. I don't think there are 6 though. I think there's only the 5. Blacker Cold.
There are only 4 that are 98 to 110, but like aside from 1 jewel crafting quest, for example, I don't think I can think of anything else that has used Mauve Souls for anything.
Which is sad because Mauve Souls is awesome. I love Mauve. I'm not saved for Mauve, am I? Oh, I'm not saved for Mauve, I don't think. No, I should be saved for Mauve. Crap.
I guess it's just like you say that they plan for the early profession quests to take you into dungeons that you could do before 110.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know, given how difficult it is to progress professions in this expansion, I don't know if that was really necessary. Given that you pretty much run out of orange recipes until you can get, like, quests from Exalted and things.
Yeah. Though that's always been the case. There's always been the rep grind for this ever since
Well, there's always
GC.
been the rep grind. There has always been the rep grind, but it hasn't been the case that there hasn't been a path to level to your max level of your profession without getting exalted with somebody. I don't think ever. There was a gate for jewel crafting in Cataclysm that was time-based. Like everything else, that was back when they were still doing server firsts, and like everything else server first wise was done within like 48 hours, and it took a week and a half for jewel crafting. Because you were gated by finishing daily progress to get tokens to buy plans, but that's the only other thing I can think of that was gated by progressing to a certain level.
Remember to focus the keepers first. Maybe I shouldn't stand in those. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Okay, I'm moving these guys. That is way too many mushrooms. 1 fell rush and Deep is just gonna fall over dead. Move that fell rush in slightly the wrong direction. Life will be the game. I guess I'm pulling kind of slow. I'm gonna grab the next pack when this one's low. guys can just kill it while it follows me. We should try to get 3 chests if we can. Not sure if it'll be possible though, because I've been kind of lazing around and not pulling very quickly. Yeah, I think we'll have an easy time getting the enemy forces done. Okay, once this Dryad goes down, I'm going to start pulling the big guys. I'm only going to pull them one by one as they come in, as opposed to going really crazy with it.
1 by 3.
Well, as they come in, right? As opposed to just like diving the whole pack of them. The way that I usually pull this instance is I usually just pull all 5, but I'm used to doing it on heroic now because I've been helping some friends get their gear level up. So
The Nightmare Dweller model actually looks a little bit like it's supposed to be kind of scary, or like it might be kind of scary, until they start their attack animations. And then they just look dumb.
they're not dumb, they're just silly.
Well, same difference. The way the lower jaw just flops around takes away any chance of them feeling like they are out of a horror movie.
The fact that they have no teeth.
The fact that they have no teeth, and the fact that the lower jaw doesn't have like any bone structure to it, it just kind of flops around. It goes from being like, okay, here's Slender Man coming to get me, and there's 6 of them, to just, oh look, it's a puppet. It's like the new Sesame Street puppet.
Beware. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Crushing grip incoming. My life is pain. What? Oh. My jump failed.
Beware.
Oh, am I not tanking ads that I should be tanking? Oopsie doopsie.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Oh shit. There we go. The crushing grip cooldown was a little
Beware.
separate from when he actually used the ability. No, come back. I told you to leave me alone. Okay, so we blow up these guys. I'm gonna try and grab this big guy right now. Just drag him all the way over here. Makes it way easier, and we can skip the other one if we pull correctly.
Even an echo of my power was enough to overwhelm.
Yeah, we should be done with the thinger here before we even get downstairs, I think. Let's do this correctly this time. Damn it. Please. Wow, those guys are only worth 3%. That's surprising. We were at 92 before that pull, right? Okay, I'm grabbing
right.
both of these packs just so that we can walk through whenever we want. Great, then there's 1 ooze left. That's fine. I'll just... We can wait for this guy to pat by, and then we can just run through. Alternatively, we can murder him, but... You know, it's probably faster to murder him than to wait. Okay, let's murder him. I'm gonna pull him into the next room. Just pull him in the boss chamber. Assault. Glad this is not on bolstering anymore. This place was a nightmare on bolstering. This is one of the only dungeons where bolstering really can just make things completely impossible if you screw up on the pull. Because like if you pull any of these whelps, those blood guys just become impossible to kill. Because they just get so many bolster buffs out of them. And the boss, oh my god, you can bolster the boss for whelplings. And the boss, oh my god, this is bad. And by bad I mean good. I mean it's nice to actually have oopsies. Okay, that's going to slow us down substantially.
Yeah, we only have to pull.
We have pulled every whelp in this entire area. Sorry, that was my fault. I wasn't paying enough attention to the little guys. Okay, I'm grabbing the moss.
Mana.
But timers!
Yeah, okay. Have fun.
I don't know why I keep expecting... There we go.
Beware.
You actually shouldn't have to worry about healing me much this fight. I think I can actually out-heal the boss right now. She has really, really low DPS if you don't stand in the breaths as the tank, you really just don't. Oh my god. Okay, that's bad. Okay, Breath of Corruption. I'm gonna take one hit of this, sorry.
Beware. Beware.
Falling rocks, move away. Oh shit, I'm an idiot. 2 stacks. I don't think that Breath of Corruption is nearly punishing enough, considering how easy it is to dodge. It just doesn't do enough damage.
Beware.
The rockfall makes up for it.
Yeah, the rockfall is not fun. The rockfall is mostly just raid damage, though. Like, periodically. For a Chicken Roar. Breath of Corruption. I got hit by 1 because I'm an idiot. There we go. Just run down. Okay, I won't pull the next pack, but I'm getting in position. I think we'll be able to make 2 chests. Okay, I'm gonna pull these guys back a bit. Actually, should I just wait? They're getting really close to each other. It's really tempting to just go dive, but I don't think that's a good idea. Let's not wipe. Like, oh, well, we can. Oh, I forgot about the fact that we can just dominate one of these guys. That changes everything. Okay, I'm gonna go grab the other pack.
But this one imp might kill us all.
Possible. Imps do a lot of damage, actually. They're not as bad as the, like, horrifically nasty other things. The bats. The bats do a huge amount of damage to the tank when they start stacking their life steal. It's no fun. Got put that terribly, but okay. not actually sure if this is physical. It's probably not. It's probably shadow or something. Do you know what type of damage disease does? Oh, it's probably nature damage, right? That would make sense. Okay, I've got my AoE silence up, so I'll use that on the bat, off the bat, to just get them nicely packed. Dread Inferno coming. Yay! The Heart of Dread.
Let's kill this guy.
What?
Release him.
Oh, right, that guy. I guess we could murder him. You don't want him as a pet for the boss.
I just don't want him to pop out or anything else.
Adds more fun and excitement to the boss. Okay, let's grab this guy. We should be easily in time to get the 2 chests at least. Does a lot of damage. Paranoia on who? Oh, on me. Okay, well. Don't fear me, bro. Yep. You feared me, bro? Okay, I'm gonna get back in here. Whoop. Get back inside my nice green aura. Okay, I need to be stacked on somebody. But there's Paranoia and melee, I think, so one of you guys needs to get out, I think. Oh, that's not standing that. Is he on me? Oh. Paranoia on Zarin. Oh. That escalated quickly. You know, with that wrapping around him, he kind of looks like he's enslaved. That looks very much like an enslaved demon type effect. I don't know what that is. It's apocalyptic empowerment. Interesting. Loot. Hey! Guild Mythic Keystone Challenge completed. 750.
We must, however,
Hey,
stay
2 chests.
vigilant. Deep inside the nightmare, Xavius remains unvanquished.
Ooh, what's the accolade?
The enemy
achievement?
you fought here was merely his shadow.
Cloak of Fading Echoes. Who needs an 845 cloak? I guess just Diva. Where are you? Cloak thing there.
Thank you.
Indeed. Did we get anything sexy out of that?
2 item level.
Ooh, that's
I
exciting.
actually got a glove upgrade that was pretty good.
Yeah, 855, not bad.
Got a shadow relic with 2 more item levels than the one I was already using in exactly the same perk.
Is it a good perk?
It's an okay perk. It's 5% damage to Whirlwind. it's not like heroic leap gaining armor, which is one of the ones that's less useful.
Yeah. Okay.
I think probably I haven't looked into it, but I'm guessing my best one is probably the either tactician, which gives me, or sorry, exploit weakness that gives me a chance to reset Colossus Smash more frequently, or the one that just reduces cost of something else after using Colossus Smash. Those seem like the two best ones.
All Colossus all the time.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. It's currently increasing with the amount of mastery I have. It increases the all damage I deal to things when they're affected by Colossus Smash by 71%. So
Oh my god.
more Colossus Smash equals more murder.
That is ridiculous. 71%? So when you don't have that damage up, then you're basically just not doing anything?
Pretty much.
All right, so
That's so sad.
we had another. Were we going to do another Mythic 2, or did you want to try the Hall of Valor Mythic 3?
Well, I also now have, if we were really feeling adventurous, I have Blackrook Hold to Mythic 4.
I'm not sure if I feel adventurous when it comes to Blackrook Hold with
No,
teaming.
I don't either. I don't really either, but I'm just mentioning it.
Yeah, I just did it. I just did a Mythic 8 for Blackrook Hold, and it was so painful. I mean, at least it wouldn't be skittering as well, but the Blackrook Hold, when you pair it with teaming, is actually really nasty because there's so many of those packs that are so close together.
Wardens is particularly hard on Mythic. Not so much. It's the last fight is just really difficult.
It's not that bad if like you have someone who holds the light who knows exactly what to do, and you have one other person who can give the light back. Like that is not too bad.
I think the only worry I have in Hall of Valor is the Odin.
Is the what?
Odin fight.
Because of the ads, like getting the surge while he's doing the thing.
The guy's coming in.
Yeah, I have a ranged interrupt, so I should be able to get those. Yeah, I mean, I'm up to do whatever you guys want to do. Honestly, any of those sound fine to me. I even wouldn't mind doing the Blackrook Hold if we want to do that.
I think if we were going to do Blackrook Hold, I'd probably say we just do it on, unless somebody has a lower keystone, just do it on normal for the quest I've got. But
I've got a quest there too, actually, and just Mythic would be great.
Okay. Blackrook Mythic.
Just go do Blackrook on normal with this quest on.
Great, sounds good.
Yeah. It's a pretty quick run from just outside Darkheart 2. Malfurion will teleport you back to the portal.
Oh, will he? That's convenient.
Yeah, just found that out. It was useful.
You mean there's an actual exit to the dungeon? You don't have to use a Hearthstone.
I know. I don't know how Blizzard's instance developers haven't ended up on the same page after all these years on whether you should have like a teleport or a backdoor or like a drop down that gets you back to the entrance or just nothing, because they still design their instances with no consistency on whether we do or do not have to hearth out.
Which ones do you have to hearth out of?
I'm trying to think. Well, I mean, I don't think there's any in this one that are quite as bad as like TOC was in Wrath, where you literally could not walk back out. But I'm trying to think which ones don't have. Like, I think not aware of a great way out of Neltharion's lair.
There's an exit. You can just walk out.
Is there?
Yeah.
Okay.
From what I recall just being able to walk out. It's not intuitively obvious. You have to kind of go up a weird path in the middle of nowhere. But either that or I'm hallucinating. Don't know one of the two.
And I think Maw of Souls as well. I'm not sure if it's the NPC you can talk to teleport out of there because you're just kind of on the boat.
That's a good point. I don't remember an exit for Maw. Oh, man, now I
think
want
those
to
are
do
the main
Maw.
ones.
Don't remind me of Maw. Maw's too much fun. I like Maw.
Well, I'm standing at the flight master. It tells me I'm in combat. There's nobody.
Yeah, I've had that bug before. I don't know what it is.
I actually had that earlier today too.
It's pretty common to get stuck in combat because you aggroed something that's underground, or because you aggroed a lightning bolt, which is, yes, a thing, or because of other random
I think
nonsense.
I'm at the dungeon.
I am almost there. You shall not live to see another moon. All NPCs should be voiced like that. None of them should have serious voices. I don't need a summon, I'm right here. Did you get a summon, Tenders?
I did.
Alright, there we go. Let's pop on in here and have an exciting time. Dying horribly. No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Skittish, by the way, is like the most stressful and like ridiculous of all of the things.
I assume that's like NPCs run away when they're low health.
No, it's tank threat is less than half. They get a 200. You get a 200% modifier instead of a 500% modifier.
Wow.
Which means that you can still generally hold aggro. The DPS don't have to really hold back necessarily, but you will lose aggro on anything that a DPS is targeting, and you're just AoE.
So what is teaming then? 'Cause I would have assumed just meant lots of NPCs or something.
It means lots of mobs, yes.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
as a combo, it's pretty
Yeah,
stellar.
skittish doesn't really describe that very well, and I think
It doesn't at all.
that my first thought would have been, like vanilla WoW type. Oh, your NPC just hit 20%. That means it's going to run away in fear, and you need to try and hold it before it goes and pulls 3 more packs.
Yeah, I think that would actually be kind of funny if they brought that back. Is Brandon here?
The friends.
Oh, there you are. Okay. I wasn't sure where Hero's Rest was. Okay, there's going to be a path that might come in and make their lives harder. So much nicer when they aren't doing 71% increased damage. That was traumatizing, you guys. Like, I usually have fun with dungeons. That was just traumatizing.
Yeah, I've generally felt okay with not doing anything higher than Mythic 2 so far.
Oh, whoops. I had the wrong mob targeted and we got like a huge heal off right before we get ads. That's great. Okay, so we have another one in the back that is at some point going to start casting a heal. There it is. Okay. Dark Mending on the other
I made
one.
him stop being in the
There
back.
we go. Okay, they're both interrupted, so there shouldn't be any Dark Mendings for a while. Never mind. I was wrong. I stand corrected.
These guys are tough.
They're getting off their Dark Mendings. Because if you get 2 counselors at the same time, it's very difficult to get all of the Dark Mendings. And it heals a massive amount for the whole group. Soul, I don't like the sound of that. Go ahead and stop doing that. Yeah, the last boss in here is particularly bad on higher mythic levels because the time during the transition before you get the buff is really, really painful. Because you have like 300% increased HP when you have that buff on you, and when the mobs are dealing double damage, it just hits so hard. It's so hard. It's so painful. Sorry, my clear cut PTSD is causing me to just ramble on about it. There we go.
I wish I could talk during combat too, except my rotation doesn't allow me to.
What? I have my mic on live, so I don't.
Ah, no wonder.
I have my mic on a thumb button.
Yeah. I mean, it's not inconvenient enough that I can't talk if I don't have it on, if I have it on push to talk. But I wouldn't be rambling. Well, I would be rambling, I'd just be rambling to my viewers, not to you guys. If the rambling bothers you, I can... Oh,
No, it's fine. I was just saying that the easy way to get around not being able to reach your push to talk key when you're using your buttons is not put your buttons on your keyboard hand.
Oh, I have everything bound. I don't have a like 20 button mouse or anything like that, and I don't think I'd want to use one anyway, just because I'm left-handed. So
Wait, you have a 20 button mouse and
Or
you
12.
no, I do not.
No, I'm talking to Curry now.
Oh,
You have a 20 button mouse, Curry, and you can't push your push. Do you bind your spells on your mouse?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So you okay.
can I just pull these? Guess we won't find out. The world may never know. Okay, below personal for the soul burst. That's soul burst, it's hard.
Oh, we're just on Mythic. I was sitting there thinking, I was like, oh, I wonder if they're gonna meet the target.
Ooh.
The darkness. It is gone.
Fragile echoes.
You aren't the ones who did this?
That's interesting.
I understand now. You must find Kutalos. You must put a stop to this.
So that's a trinket where if you're only using one spell per 6 seconds, you get a lot of mana back. Is that a lot of mana? I don't even know.
I have 1.1 million mana.
That does not sound like a lot of mana at all.
How much mana does it restore for you, 10 bears? Because I'm wondering if it scales the amount of mana to your pool. And
I don't know. I'll try it.
well, does it? It should say on the tooltip how much mana does it?
3,300.
3,300. Okay. Oh well, 3,300. That's weird. For me, it says 3,658, which is confusing since I don't have any mana.
Whoops.
Yeah, these guys explode.
You also no longer have mana because you are a corpse.
He's a corpse with plenty of mana.
I like that fatality. Let's see.
That is a lot of damage.
I guess maybe that buff from the trinket stacks every time you cast a direct. It says applies and refreshes. So maybe each stack of each time you cast a spell, it stacks. So you would
Well, it's specifically regrowth or
yeah for druid because you don't have very many direct heal spells. But I'm thinking like maybe
Anyway,
for
I don't think that's the way it works because it would say that it stacks and it stacks. The intent is that if you're spamming heals, you aren't regenerating mana. Basically, it refreshes the debuff and the debuff, or sorry, the buff, and it only activates when it expires. I did not intend to get all these guys. I don't know how we got them.
no, it's I top preview.
Beware.
line of sight is a bear.
Yeah, that's how
Yeah, I'm pulling these guys all out here. Just making things simpler.
it looked like I had targeted one of them in the doorway, and it was the one behind the one in the doorways.
Beware.
Okay, I don't have a stun for this. I really think that Vengeance should have a stun, like, baseline in addition to the talented stun. Having only one stun as a tank is really crippling. I have a single target stun on a 45-second cooldown, and that just does not feel like enough to me. I guess it's because I'm used to playing like a prot warrior and having 6 ways of stunning people, half of which are AoE, but like, and that they might not have that many stuns anymore. I don't actually know.
I think I'm not sure. I haven't looked at prot specifically, but I think there might just be one now, and it's actually I think it's for arms. It's a talent tier. I actually don't have one of the stuns. I have the double charge because it's much better for mobility than having Stormbolt or Shockwave. But Stormbolt and Shockwave are both talents now and are on the same tier.
Oh, what's the cooldown on Shockwave?
Shockwave is 40 seconds.
It's 40 seconds?
Stormbolt is 30.
That is OP as hell. Okay, I am sorry, that's just ridiculous. I have a 45-second single target stun. I want a 30-second stun.
Oh, you wanna really be sad?
I would love to be sad. That's my default state.
Shockwave sends a wave of force in a frontal cone, causing 13,735 damage and stunning all enemies within 10 yards for 4 seconds. Cooldown reduced by 20 seconds if it strikes at least 3 targets.
Wait, what? It's a 25-second cooldown?
It's a 20-second cooldown if it hits 3 targets.
Oh my god. Okay, there's gonna be these guys jumping down soon.
So yeah, next time we're doing a thing that needs a lot of stuns, I should get a Tome of Tranquil Mind out and swap double time for Shockwave.
Beware.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't stand over there. Like, there's good arrow barrages and then there's bad arrow barrages. It's good when they point it the wrong way so that it's not hitting anybody.
Beware.
Not so good when it's hitting the whole group. See, like, this is a perfect arrow barrage. Love it. Bone-breaking strike. It's a pretty long dungeon. There's a lot of walking. Probably gonna do a barrage soon.
Beware.
Okay, the barrage is facing the wrong way, so just leave that one.
Beware.
Yeah, the barrage is also facing the wrong way. Don't stand there using bone breaking strike. Come to me. I'm actually gonna have to look into adjusting my talents for certain things. I don't know if I'll actually change anything though.
Destruction.
Okay, Dark Rush. I'm gonna head over to this little corner here.
Destruction.
Did she just not Vengeful Rush on two
Doesn't look like she
Thunderers?
did.
That's weird. She's just like, good enough. I got two of them. Yeah, this is a problem. Meeting a shear. Or not. It hit at the very last second of my mitigation, I guess.
I will burn you alive.
I will burn you alive. I would love for this to hit the arcane guy. That would be awesome. Because he's just like standing in the death over there. Bone Crushing Strike. Get behind him. I should really be pulling these straight to the boss now that I think about it, so that we can actually cleave properly. I don't know what I'm thinking. Just hanging out in silly places. When we could be doing all the cleave. There we go. Just eye beams. Toasted. Soulstar of Hood. 845 Hood, anyone? Holy crap! 10 bears.
That's awesome.
Nice. That is crazy.
Hopefully it gave you a good trait.
Oh boy. Let's not fail at the stairs boss. You havocs in your movement speed increase. As I just putter along behind. Okay, I'm gonna aggro this patrol just to grab it now. If we fight this patrol in here, it makes it easier to not aggro the guys on the left. We're gonna assault. This is the kind of fight where you really want the old school block. I see these guys hitting me so quickly, and it's like, give me block value. Back in Wrath of the Lich King, I had a block value set, so when you were dealing with enemies that hit really fast, the amount of damage you were mitigating was just ridiculous. And then they nerfed it, and it made my life sad. Well, nerf is a strong word. They changed the way that block works so that it was actually functional in raids that were not an Uberok. But they only did it when people started, like, using block value gear to blow up an Uberok, so I think that the intention was a nerf, even if it was overall a buff generally. Okay, got a pair of scavengers here. When I've got those demon spikes coming out, it really does remind me of Dark Souls. I have a friend who had like this weird thing that he was doing where he had like this maggot creature growing out of his head in Dark Souls. And it gave him some silly attack that he could use. Staircase boss. Oh shit. Oh. That was interesting. I got knocked the wrong direction. Oh no, the same rock's just gonna kill me. Well, that was funny. Okay. I am terrible at this game. I don't know why I fail so badly at that boss. At the rocks. It's just I am not competent, apparently.
Oh, I was just reading about how that trinket Ten Bears got earlier works. So it applies the mana regen buff based on the number of based on the target of your heal, and then regenerates the mana to you when it ticks off. So in a raid, like in a 25-person raid setting, if you can spread your heals around, you'll refund a lot of mana just because you're constantly getting 4,000 mana from each person in the raid.
Oh, okay. So it's each person has a separate stack.
Yes, each person you heal gets a 6-second cooldown on them. If you don't heal them again, then it times out and sends mana to you.
That's awesome.
I mean, it still would be nice if it was a little bit more than 3,000 mana, because that's really nothing in.
Yeah, how much does a regrowth cost?
Couldn't tell you, but I'm sure it's more than 3,000.
Ouch.
That's not good. That is substantially less than good. Oh god. My life is pain. My life is pain. Okay, we need to get to the bottom of this. Oh, never mind. Because these bats just need to be pulled forward, because if you stay still, they're just going to continuously spawn on you. the first time we came in here, we actually pulled every single one of those guys into one giant pile at the top. And I think they got like 6 or 7 stacks of that buff on themselves because each one buffs the other ones as well. It was an interesting time. Okay, give me just a second. Actually, I need to put down some paper over here. My AC has been leaking and making me sad. Okay, incoming. I miss central air conditioning so much. It just makes life so much easier.
Beware. Beware.
Destruction.
Just keep him standing directly on the poison. Melee DPS in the back. Tank on
Beware.
the front. It's all good. Okay, I just ate a charge. Okay. Charge on 10. I'm actually gonna leap over there and keep him over there because I like that better than waiting for him to come all the way back. Oh boy.
Hold them off. We must prepare.
Hold them off, gods. We must prepare. It's too bad the world quest isn't active right now. Having the world quest active is great because it completely removes all of this trash. You only have to fight a boss at the top, which is amazing.
Why does it remove the trash? I hadn't noticed that.
It because it basically just replaces all of
Oh,
these
because
guys.
they put in the extra mob for you to kill.
Yeah. So it's like Halls of Valor, where you just have that one guy in the middle instead of the packs. So for this one, it's particularly good just because these packs are kind of annoying, especially the Lancers. So they have a tendency to jump around. Great, the AC's still leaking even though it's off.
I need to target something first. Katalos, they come for you. Together we shall defeat them, Natosius.
I should get like a air conditioning repair certification just so that I can stop having to call people in to fix problems that they're probably causing. Fixing your air conditioning is very similar to fixing your car in that it's like, if these people are doing something, there's no way you're going to find out about it until the next person that you hire.
Yup.
It is unfortunate. Okay, so we have a big pack here. Okay, was it left? Okay. Oh boy. Coup de grace. These guys are really fun with Skittish because the coup de grace will one-shot the DPS. But just like flat out one-shot people. Because you lose aggro for a second because these things are, you know, nasty bastards. And then, oh, well, you lost aggro for the 1 second that it took for him to target a DPS with coup de grace, so that DPS is now going to fall over dead, and there's nothing you can do about it. Well, I guess you could stun, but us tanks don't have stuns anymore because Blizzard doesn't like us. Alright, I'm going to be trying out a new strategy for this fight. For those viewers who saw me on Mythic 8, I was really failing at this.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So hopefully I will not fail at it this time.
Beware.
4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2,
Beware.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So Dreadlord's Guile in 20 seconds. Don't blow cooldowns until we get the buff.
This is not my answer. Ilisana. No. Hero, you must defeat him. You expect these worthless mortals to defy the Legion?
Stinging Swarm. Okay, you got the buff now.
Beware.
Okay, Dreadlord's Guile coming. Okay.
If you're in the wrong place,
If you run the normal direction that you expect to need to run, you're probably gonna die if you're in the center of it. You kind of have to reverse and say, "Oh, I'm gonna get behind it."
I just couldn't get heroically buff fast enough.
It goes off really fast. It is not easy.
I mean, I get why the rest of it goes quickly, but it would be nice if there was a slight delay on the first activation, just so you could see where it's going to be, because you can't stay too far to the outside or you can't stay ahead of it.
Beware.
Yep.
And if you stay too close to the middle, then you risk what just happened to me, which is about to happen again, almost, maybe.
Oh god.
My turn.
There's so
Definitely
many of
happened to
these.
10 bears. And I'm asleep.
5 seconds.
Yeah. I don't actually know how I didn't get hit by that. Because I should have been hit by the blast there. I was definitely in it. He was Stinging Swarm on me. And he's dead.
I will count on it.
Thank you, 3.2 million execute crit.
And we
That
will
sounds tasty.
defend our world. Thank you, heroes. The great veil has been
And Blood of Sargeras. It goes in my pile of 432 Bloods of Sargeras.
safe in the knowledge that heroes still live to defend our world.
Heroes still live to defend our world.
Oh, I need to go to bed and get some rest.
Alright. Sleep well, sir. I'm gonna drop stream for now,
so.
folks.
Thank you.